In the midst of escalating tensions in the Middle East, Israel finds itself grappling with the consequences of a conflict that shows no sign of abating. Despite a declared truce, the situation remains volatile, with Hezbollah launching one of its deepest strikes in the ongoing war, targeting the southern coastal city of Ashdod. The attack has heightened anxiety across Israel, triggering alarms in major cities like Tel Aviv and Ashdod, sending residents scrambling for cover. The conflict has taken a complex turn, with the involvement of regional powers like Iran further complicating the prospects for peace. Iran's decision to once again close the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial oil shipping route, has intensified the geopolitical stakes, underscoring the intricate web of alliances and enmities that define the region. The Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is under pressure as it navigates a path fraught with challenges, including repeated appeals from the Lebanese government to engage in peace negotiations. Prime Minister Netanyahu has indicated a willingness to open direct negotiations with Lebanon, aiming to achieve two critical objectives: the disarmament of Hezbollah and the establishment of a lasting peace agreement. However, the path to peace is fraught with obstacles as Hezbollah and Israel continue their nightly exchanges of fire, adding to the confusion over the ceasefire's status. Hezbollah's recent attack on Ashdod was intercepted by the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, before it could cause significant damage. But the incident has left the region on edge. Air raid sirens were activated in Tel Aviv and other central areas, warning residents of potential falling debris. In northern Israel, fears of a Hezbollah drone attack have further heightened tensions. Amid these hostilities, Prime Minister Netanyahu signaled the possibility of a truce with Lebanon, a development complicated by Iran's claims that Lebanon was included in a ceasefire agreement with the United States. Both the U.S. and Israel have denied these claims, asserting that Lebanon was not part of the deal, which was intended to last for 2 weeks. Iran's supreme leader has issued a cautionary statement to the Middle East, urging skepticism towards the West and its intentions. He emphasized the need for regional unity and resistance against perceived Western exploitation, a sentiment that resonates deeply in the current geopolitical climate. The conflict has already resulted in significant casualties, with Lebanon's health ministry reporting over 1,700 deaths and nearly 6,000 injuries since hostilities intensified in early March. Israel, meanwhile, claims its recent military actions have targeted hundreds of Hezbollah fighters, weapons depots, and command sites across Lebanon. In retaliation, Hezbollah launched around 30 rockets at northern Israel, marking its first major strike since the U.S. announced a ceasefire with Iran. The group justified its action NS as a response to Israeli violations of the broader understanding between Iran and the U.S. Despite Lebanon not being included in the truce, Israeli air defenses successfully intercepted at least one rocket, mitigating the immediate impact of the barrage. The situation remains dire, with reports of ongoing strikes across Lebanon, resulting in civilian casualties. The Lebanese health ministry has reported over 110 civilian deaths and more than 800 injuries, a stark reminder of the human cost of the conflict. Hezbollah has vowed to continue its response as long as it perceives Israeli aggression against Lebanon. Israel's military operations have also targeted key infrastructure, such as crossings over the Litani River, crucial for the movement of weapons into southern Lebanon. The IDF's recent airstrikes have further crippled Hezbollah's capabilities, with the killing of Ali Youssef Hashi, a close aide to Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem, hailed as a significant blow, Hashi's death a result of a pinpoint airstrike in Beirut has sent shockwaves through the Hezbollah stronghold, underscoring Israel's determination to dismantle the group's operational network. Prime Minister Netanyahu has reiterated Israel's resolve to strike Hezbollah wherever necessary, asserting, "We continue to strike Hezbollah with force, precision, and determination." The ongoing conflict has placed immense pressure on both sides to navigate a path toward de-escalation, with regional stability hanging in the balance. As the situation develops, the international community watches closely, aware that the outcome of this conflict will have far-reaching implications for the broader Middle East. The path to peace remains uncertain as the region grapples with the complex interplay of military, political, and ideological forces that shape its future. As the conflict in the Middle East intensifies, Israel finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the consequences of ongoing hostilities that show no NS of abating. Despite a declared truce, the situation remains volatile, with Hezbollah launching one of its most significant strikes in the ongoing war, targeting the southern coastal city of Ashdod. The assault has heightened anxiety across Israel, setting off alarms in major cities like Tel Aviv and Ashdod, and sending residents scrambling for cover. The conflict has taken on a new complexity, with the involvement of regional powers such as Iran further complicating the prospects for peace. Iran's decision to once again close the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial oil shipping route, has intensified the geopolitical stakes, underscoring the intricate web of alliances and enmities that define the region. The Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is under pressure as it navigates a path fraught with challenges, including repeated appeals from the Lebanese government to engage in peace negotiations. Netanyahu has indicated a willingness to open direct negotiations with Lebanon, aiming to achieve two critical objectives: the disarmament of Hezbollah and the establishment of a lasting peace agreement. However, the path to peace is fraught with obstacles as Hezbollah and Israel continue their nightly exchanges of fire, adding to the confusion over the ceasefire's status. Hezbollah's recent attack on Ashdod was intercepted by the Israeli Defense Forces IDF before it could inflict significant damage. But the incident has left the region on edge. Air raid sirens were activated in Tel Aviv and other central areas, warning residents of potential falling debris. In northern Israel, fears of a Hezbollah drone attack have further heightened tensions. Amid these hostilities, Netanyahu signaled the possibility of a truce with Lebanon, a development complicated by Iran's claims that Lebanon was included in a ceasefire deal with the United States. However, both the U.S. and Israel have denied that Lebanon was included in any such agreement, rejecting those claims, aims as unfounded. Iran's actions have added another layer of complexity to the already tense situation. Following Israeli attacks on Lebanon, Iran once again shut the Strait of Hormuz on April 9th, escalating pressure in the region. The reopening of this vital oil shipping route was one of the conditions set by former U.S. President Donald Trump for a truce, highlighting the broader geopolitical implications of the conflict. He said there is no ceasefire in Lebanon. We are continuing to strike Hezbollah with force, and we will not stop until we restore your security, Netanyahu declared, emphasizing Israel's determination to maintain its defensive posture. Following repeated appeals from the Lebanese government to enter into peace negotiations with us, last night I instructed the cabinet to open direct negotiations with Lebanon in order to achieve two goals: the disarmament of Hezbollah and a historic sustainable peace agreement between Israel and Lebanon. Iran's supreme leader issued a stark warning, urging the Middle East to remain wary of Western intentions. At this time, I say to Iran's southern neighbors that you are witnessing a miracle. So see correctly, understand correctly, stand in the right place, and be suspicious of the promises and lies of the devils, he stated, cautioning against potential manipulation by outside forces. The conflict took another turn on April 9th when the IDF said it had killed a close aide to Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem in a targeted airstrike in Beirut. The target, Ali Youssef Hashi, was described as Qassem's secretary and nephew, indicating his significant role within Hezbollah's operational structure. The strike partially collapsed a multi-story building just outside Hezbollah's Daria stronghold, sending shock waves through central Beirut. Netanyahu hailed the operation as a significant blow to Hezbollah, pledging continued action against the group. In a further display of military assertiveness, Israeli jets struck two trial crossings over the Litani River, which the army identified as key routes for moving weapons into southern Lebanon. Netanyahu said, and I quote, "We continue to strike Hezbollah with force, precision, and determination." In Beirut, we eliminated Ali Youssef Hashi, the personal secretary of Hezbollah terror organization, Secretary General Naim Qassem, and one of the people closest to him. At the same time, overnight, the IDF struck a series of terror infrastructures in southern Lebanon, crossings used to transfer thousands of weapons, rockets, and launchers, as well as weapons depots, launchers, and Hezbollah headquarters. Our message is clear. Whoever acts against Israeli civilians will be struck. We will continue to strike Hezbollah wherever required until we restore full security to the residents of the north. On the ground, Israel's 401st Armored Brigade reported discovering an underground shaft in the south filled with rockets, RPGs, grenades, and improvised bombs. Airstrikes also targeted a building where the 215th Artillery Regiment had identified at least two Hezbollah operatives moving in and out. The toll of the conflict has been severe, with Lebanon's health ministry reporting more than 1,700 people killed and almost 6,000 wounded since fighting escalated on March 2nd. Israel, for its part, claims its large wave of April 8th strikes targeted hundreds of Hezbollah fighters, weapons depots, and command sites across the country. In retaliation, Hezbollah fired around 30 rockets at northern Israel on April 9th. According to the IDF, air raid sirens sounded in the Kiryat Shmona and nearby Galilee communities, with most rockets reportedly falling in open areas but keeping residents in shelters. The latest assault marked Hezbollah's first major strike since the U.S. publicly announced a two-week truce with Iran, technically outside the direct scope of the ceasefire. Hezbollah stated the rocket attacks specifically targeted the Manara settlement in northern Israel, describing it as a reprisal against what it termed recent Israeli violations. The group accused Israel of launching around 100 strikes on Lebanon within a 10-minute window on April 8th, calling the intensity disproportionate and indiscriminate. In its statement, Hezbollah warned that its response would continue as long as it perceives Israeli aggression against Lebanon and its population. Israeli media reported that at least one rocket fired from Lebanon was intercepted by Israeli air defense systems, reducing the immediate impact of the barrage. Meanwhile, strikes across Lebanon have reportedly killed over 110 civilians and wounded more than 800 others, according to Lebanese health ministry sources. The conflict remains a complex and multifaceted issue with no easy solutions in sight. As the region teeters on the brink of further escalation, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that will bring lasting peace to a region long plagued by conflict and instability.